Hello, Serge here for the Backyard Driving Range. All right, we have a question that came into me here, and it says, Don, I have heard in so many of your letters you share online, I too feel like the PPGS has saved my golf game. I am 58 this year and could not imagine my golf game getting better and better. I truly believe I had started the unavoidable decline of older golfers, i.e. less distance, less accuracy, no confidence. But now you and the PPGS have brought the game back in a great way. Now my question for you. I recently was playing with a local college golf coach, and he said I wasn't finishing my backswing typically after a shot that I snap hooked or pull hooked. So what does finishing your backswing mean in the PPGS? Does the 3/4 limited turn backswing give the impression of not finishing your backswing? Well, absolutely. Now, let's talk about the fact you mentioned that he was a local golf coach. So evidently, being a golf coach, he's around a lot of good players, and he's experiencing a lot of the big problems they have, and he's probably done a lot more studying, and he probably was a pretty good player himself, although not all college golf coaches are really good players, but many are. So let's examine what they normally mean when, as you asked, what does it mean when they say you didn't finish your backswing? All right? Remember what I say, the whole world basically, majority of the world of golfers and instructors are on that side of the street. PPGS is on that side, and we're not getting anywhere near the middle. All right? But then when I say, as far as our swing goes, we are the body-friendly swing, and we're 100% on based on science, physics, physiology, and anatomy. All right? So, what does the predominance of the teaching theory that's over on that side of the street say about a backswing? They say a backswing should have a minimum of a 30-degree turn, right? And it should go to parallel. So as a PPGS swinger, you're not doing either of those two things. All right? Because if you're getting anywhere near to a PPGS backswing, you're only turning to your toe line, which is way short of 90 degrees. And in most cases, with rotational swing theory, and they want you to really lift your foot and kick your knee, and they really want you to turn your body, your upper body against your hips and your lower body, but especially against your hips, and 90 degrees is never enough. They're trying to get you back more, get you as far as you can go. I heard one teacher say one time, when you get as far as you can go, force a little bit more. All that's going to force is what? You starting to reverse tilt it and start really putting you under extraordinary stresses, tension, stress, and strain, which can lead to injuries and pain. Okay? So yes, he's probably seeing that you are not turning enough and your swing is too short. But the part that alarms me is you state that he said that when you were hitting snap hooks or pull hooks. Now, today, I hardly ever see anybody coming to me saying that, hey, you got to help me get out of snap hooking the ball or hitting pull hooks. I get a lot of pulls, maybe pull hooks, but not really bad pull hooks. Snap hook really implies that if the camera's my target, the ball's starting over here, low, and then it's hooking like crazy. A pull hook just means it's pulling and having a little bit of curve. So a pull goes just straight left, and a pull hook will start left and curve a little. All right? I'm going to guess that your number one problem on all those is you're aiming to the right, and you're having to turn your hips a little bit fast, your hips and shoulders a little bit fast, and coming over the top and swinging straight to the left. And every now and then, when you just happen to release a little bit more, or you happen to have to hang back a little to try to, and you turn too much, but you actually, when your forward leg starts to straighten, it puts you back a little, and you hit the ball a little bit later, and the club could turn over a little bit more, and then you could actually hit a really pull hook that, or even a snap hook as you called it. All right, which you're going to go out and really, it's kind of like a diver to the ground. Now, I don't see that much anymore. I almost never see that. Almost everybody that comes to me is begging me to keep them out of the right woods. All right, for a right-hander, left woods for a left-hander. And so I think that more than anything, your number one issue is probably alignment, which is now affecting your transition and your timing to get to the ball. I think it's that simple. And so whenever you hit one of those, if ever you hit one of those pull hooks, and again, you just said pull hooks, so I'm implying it's even coming with irons. Whenever I'm going to stand here and aim at the right part of the screen, and I'm going to try to and I'm going to try to hit a pull hook to the middle. See, that went right in the middle of the screen. Well, you couldn't see that, but you saw it went right in the middle of the screen. But look where I had to come. I had to come this way to try to hit it straight, because most golfers are trying to hit the ball straight. So if you're aimed to the right and you got to hit the ball straight, you got to get the club back from behind you over to the aiming line here. That means you're going to come out over the top. And so the club is very likely to get in there close to the aiming line, because hitting a good ball relatively straight says, if this is my aiming line, or let me put one on the ground here, if this is my aiming line and I'm going to get it relatively to the target, the club has to approach the ball on the aiming line, strike it on the line and be square, leave on the line accelerating, and hit the ball solider in the sweet spot while doing it the first three. So if I'm aimed over here, I should be parallel left, but I'm instead parallel, I'm aiming to the right. So let's get this one down here, kind of like parallel left. But instead, I'm aimed this way, somewhere out here on this line. All right? So I'm aimed here. Now I got to come back this way to the target. There's your left, because see how the club face is actually a little close? It's aimed over there now. Because I had to come, I'm trying to hit it straight, so my brain knows I got to get the ball back this line. But if I get back here to being all parallel left, okay, now I just take it straight back and up, straight down and up and out. So I'm going to think that for what you're describing, it's all an alignment issue. So if you happen to stand like this a little shut and you hit a good pull to the left because you have to come this way and finish over there, and you get any kind of a finish, roll yourself back, put the club down by your toes. I'm using the club now, and come and check it, and you'll see that this club is aimed just from here to the camera, which is about 20 feet from me. It's aimed 1.5 to 2 feet right of it. So you know you're aiming right, because you could just come here and check that out, and you know, whoop, I'm aiming to the right, so I came over the top, trying to hit a straight ball. But if it's over-released, a little bit of impact, and the club is shutting down, there's your left's straight pulls and pulls with hooks, okay? So I'm thinking this is probably more than anything an alignment issue. And if you're doing it enough, aiming to the right, doing that enough, even when you do get lined up straight, if you do that, now they're going to start farther left and go more left. Okay? So I think that'll be your hit. Start checking out your alignment. Okay? And I think that's the big issue here, where you're now hitting the ball more solid and straight because you're lining up parallel left. And that's how you hit straight shots and shoot those lower scores. Well, that's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking with you all again soon.